Hey folks, today we'll be talking about the newly available write functionality for Starburst Trino and Immuta. Traditionally, Immuta has focused predominantly on the read and BI use cases. You're probably already familiar with our subscription policies, where if I wanted to write something that says everyone who's part of the finance group should get opted into tables that contain bank account routing information, I'd be able to do that on the read side. Well, we released that now for the write side as well. So if I wanted to say everyone who's part of the data operations group and also part of the finance group should get opted into tables that contain bank account routing information, be able to write to those. So whether that's insert, update, or deletes, that is now possible. Coming in the future is alteration. So think about creating, alter, dropping. That'll be coming further in the future. But in any case, let's get into the quick demo here. So if I go to my Immuta console over here as my data owner, data governor, kind of super user, if you will. Let's go into my transactions table. I've already pulled in and connected from Starburst here, and we go to the data dictionary. You'll notice we've already done some sensitive data discovery. Should be already familiar with that in previous workshops. You'll notice here we've correctly identified that there is personal information here, that we have name here. That has been picked up and appropriately identified and classified. So as part of that, our policy here on the read side is to make sure that people who kind of look like sales should get opted into tables that contain telephone, email, person name, kind of that contact information. So we'll be connecting that up with my demo user over here, Bob, who kind of looks and feels like a salesperson. So you'll notice here we've got kind of this should get access to proprietary information, maybe geofence to kind of the Western US and Canada, but as part of that sales group. So as part of that policy, that read policy, if we flip over to my right-hand browser window as Bob, and we go into, let me go ahead and find my Starburst data source here. Here it is. We can see that data dictionary and we have access to that, as well as if I go into Starburst Enterprise over here and query that table, you'll notice here I'm able to get read access to that. But currently, if I try to insert on that, that's not allowed, nor can I do any kinds of deletes on this table either. Let's change that and allow Bob to do some ETL ops on this particular table. So if I flip to my left-hand browser window, let's go ahead and do that back in as my data governor. Let me turn on my read and write policy. Exactly the same policy, although it's got write turned on. Let's go ahead and take a look at that while it goes out to Trino. So you'll notice here we've got our write access turned on, as well as we've got a number of different connector types that are supported here that we've turned on. So we're combining you have to be part of the data operations group or the sales group to be able to do these write operations on tables that look like this, essentially contain that contact information. So if we flip over to Bob's view of the world now, if we go back to my right-hand browser window, and we go in and look at our policies section here, you'll notice here now we have that write policy turned on. We can go ahead and read from this table, as well as when we try to insert some data here. Go ahead and let that run. We've got one new row here. Let's go verify that my test transaction is now there. Excellent. And I can also go ahead and delete this transaction here. Let that finish up running, and we can go ahead and verify that that has been all cleaned up here now. So what we just saw with Immuta is a natural language way of managing read and write permissions on Starburst Trino as it's been currently released. Thanks for watching.